Yo, what's up, everybody? Yeah. Welcome to the Mike Dolce Show, Super Chat, Live Chat, Q&A, but only after we drop an informative 6 to 8 minute rant on training partners. Training partner do's and don'ts. Now, we all have had training partners in some way, shape, or form. Most likely, that person who decided to give you some courage and go to the gym with you. The person who screams at you and yells at you during your training session. Someone who actually leads you around the gym and you follow them, mentor-mentee fashion. Maybe you are the mentor with some sort of underling behind you cleaning up all your weights. Either way, any way you look at it, you should be giving this video a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. Duh. Bang, bang, bang. I appreciate that, by the way. But really, there's a very specific criteria of do's and don'ts. And I have trained with a wide variety of partners over my 30 plus years inside the iron game. But really, it's not just relegated to weightlifting. It's training, it's exercising, it's having somebody there and available for you to push you, to meet you, to keep you accountable, to give you that little lift off during that last hard set or rep. But sometimes if you have the wrong person, they completely ruin your gains. They ruin your workout. They ruin your set. They ruin your progress. They ruin it. They ruin it for you. So there is a specific list of do's and don'ts. Do find a like-minded individual who is trying to accomplish the same goal as you. What does that mean? That means if you're trying to put on lots of fucking new, fresh, raw, powerful muscle, do not lift with someone who's trying to cut weight and lean out for a marathon. It's just not going to work out. You have two competing views on training. There will be no overlap of the exercise or the intensity or of the periodization of your training program. It just doesn't fit. Invite them over to watch the UFC fights or Dancing with the Stars or whatever it might be. You can't go to the gym with that person. You must be aligned. Rule number one is you must be aligned in your goal. Now, they could be an advanced trainee and you could be a novice. And yes, you can lift together if you're both trying to get bigger and stronger and more technical within a select grouping of training outcomes. That's great. You don't have to be at the same level. I had my best gains, my best progress when I was a gym rat, I would call myself. I was a plate rat. I was the kid who followed around the strongest guys in my gym, and I would strip and load all the barbells. These are guys that were deadlifting and squatting over 700 pounds religiously. They were doing bent over barbell rows with 400 pounds. They were bench pressing between 4 and 550 pounds with regularity. They were behind the neck pressing 315 pounds or more. I was not. I was barely squatting 200 pounds, barely pulling 300 pounds, barely doing rows with 185 to 225, doing behind the neck presses with maybe 95 pounds. I got my best gains training with them because I was there to get bigger and stronger, and they were there to get bigger and stronger. And this is the ideal situation. The ideal, most selfish situation is to train with someone who is vastly more experienced than you, vastly better than you. And my trick was I would change all the weights. I would do all the cleanup. That allowed me in my mind to outwork them because relative to the amount of weight that was on the bar, we were all doing sets of 8 or 12 or 6 or 3 or 1. We were doing the same low bar back squat, high bar Olympic stance squats, safety squats, front squats, low box squats, deadlifts, high pulls, rows, chins, whatever it was. We were doing the same exercises. But I got benefit because I was also doing the loading and the unloading and the moving of the bars. I was moving more total tonnage relative to myself than they were. And I was able to catch up to them in a very short period of time. I walked into the gym every single day stronger, where, of course, they were at a higher level of their total strength outcome, but I was able to dramatically expedite my progress simply by doing that. Also, by having much better lifters than I motivating me, critiquing me, pushing me outside of my boundaries. That was very important. So if you can, do find a lifter that is much better than you, much more experienced than you, but also aligned with you. That is very important. Don't train with someone who is a fucking mess in their life. Do not train with someone whose life is a mess, who's always broke, their car doesn't work, their baby mama drama is constantly a pain in the ass. They're out of work. They have a drug problem. Don't train with that motherfucker. And I've trained with lots of those motherfuckers, and most of those motherfuckers are pretty talented athletes. But their baby mama drama, their broke ass drama, no transmission drama, no job, no money to buy food after the workout drama, it gets annoying after a while. And it starts to encroach upon our relationship. And eventually it leads to a breakup. Because they can't get their shit together, they become a negative draw, and they will pull you into negative situations in your life that will adversely affect you, and it will adversely affect your gains. So do not train with someone who doesn't have their shit together. That's important. And a lot of the people that in our own close circle, they don't have their shit together. I don't need to be training with someone like that. I don't need to be around someone like that. I wish them the best, but I'm not going to spend 3 days, 5 days a week with someone who's always complaining about how bad the world sucks and how bad that they have it and all the problems that they have. No matter how good of a squatter or oppressor they might be, no matter how motivational they might be in that moment. I don't need that shit. Neither do you. Stay away from that. You need to train with someone who is willing to compromise with you. So do find someone who will compromise upon the training list, the set of exercises that you guys will be performing together, because that matters. That matters. Certain lifters, I'm a long-armed lifter, which makes a lot of the pressing motions not very effective for me. I would need to train with other lifters, or at least be able to compromise on certain movements that I could do my thing to get max benefit while supporting them to get max benefit. That's fine. Some of the best lifters I trained with, we would have do the basic multi-joint compounds together, but when it came to our ancillary or accessory exercises, we would break up a little bit, but we would set up in a manner that still supported each other. I would be doing, maybe a floor presses, barbell floor presses in one side of the gym, while they're doing, dumbbell low inclines in a different side of the gym. They do his set. We'd walk over to my spot, do my set, get my weight set, go back, do his set, go back and forth. Some lifters, they're just not open-minded enough to do that. They want to do their program and that's it. You have to have some reciprocity with regards to the training, knowing that you're supporting each other. Now, that might not sound like a big deal to some people, but others of us, it really is a big deal, where you have the overall training program that's set and a little bit of flex for you to jump in and hit some exercises that matter. I trained with one lifter whose calves were shit. My calves are, naturally well-built, long heads, this, that. 2 sets of calves 2-3 times a week, and my calves blow up and they match the size of my legs, which are pretty big. This lifter would bust his ass training calves all the freaking time, and they wouldn't grow. So I would change my training to train with them to get their calves to grow, because we found that their weak calves were a sticking point in their deadlift setup. They kept falling forward. Extremely powerful glutes and lower back, really good. Once they got the mid shin, they could pretty much lock out anything. But they couldn't get the fucking bar off the floor because they couldn't get the proper position on the ground. They couldn't press. You really have to spread those toes and dig the pad of your foot into the ground for that first initial press. They had weak ass calves. They kept falling forward, falling over. So I took the time, 6 months or so out of my specialized training to focus on them. So my point is, you have to have a training partner that is willing to work with you to support you to get better. Do find a training partner that has the same choice of music, or at the very least will get hyped with the same type of music. Otherwise, if you want to listen to Wu-Tang and they want to listen to Metallica and never the two shall meet, well, that becomes a bit of a problem when you want to blast your music and really get into that crazy intense level. If you want to get your vibe on and get into the mood and build the atmosphere of the training session, that matters. It matters quite a bit. So there always should be some sort of music compromise. That matters. It's things that people don't think about. What else? Someone that knows you, someone that is willing to push you, someone that is willing to put their ego aside and see you succeed. That matters. And that might be the most important aspect of this. When you are working with a training partner, your training partner should be highly competitive with you. They should push you, and you should razz each other a little bit and challenge each other and belittle each other and try to motivate each other and pull the best out of each other. I wanted all my training partners to hit their reps, because if they hit their reps, guess what? I had to hit my reps. Otherwise, I would not live it down until the next workout. So I wanted all my partners to be stronger than me, and I wanted all of them to be better than me, because that would make me a better lifter. That would challenge me. That would force me to unlock that last little bit of potential that I didn't know. I had to squeeze that bar for a half a second longer, even though my callus already ripped off 2 seconds ago on that slow grind up the thighs to lock out that fucking PR deadlift, right? That's what you want. You want a partner like that that will motivate you to do that. So from this, I am going to jump into the Q&A. We're 11 minutes deep. I hope you get that. I hope you appreciate that. Just adding some other insight into this whole training conversation, the training topic here for our community. Let's answer some questions. Oh, Jason Lee, F you. Jesse Lee, F you, Dolce, F you, Jesse. Zach C, F you, Zach C. Anelius, good afternoon, coach. F you, Dolce. Anelius, F you. Enrique, F you, Dolce. Gains day is every day. Amen. And if you are new to the channel, just know F you, Dolce means effing unbelievable content. This is a little insider joke tagline that we came up with a while back. And now that you're here, now that you know what it is. So when you see all these F you, Dolces, you know what that means. It means effing unbelievable content. This is a compliment, but I always give you an FU right back, because you guys are effing unbelievable. Also, Paul Denman, hey coach, I'm new to the gym and need to lose 140 pounds. Any advice will be gratefully taken on board. FU Dolce from the UK. Well, Paul, F you, my friend, and I'm so proud of you for setting a goal. 140 pounds is your goal. Number one is you must be under a doctor's care. I would go to your doctor, get your blood work done, and get a complete wellness test, and tell your doctor you are about to start the Dolce Diet program. The Dolce Diet 12-week online personalized weight loss program that you can go to thedolcediet.com to start. I would go to thedolcediet.com right now. I would sign up for the 12-week personalized membership program. Every meal, every recipe is created exactly for you, for your goals, for your needs, for your history. And it is the most successful healthy weight loss program ever devised. I would go to my doctor and tell them exactly what I'm going to do, and I would get my doctor's approval to do so. From there, Paul, you need to hold on. You need to start saving your money, because you're going to start ripping through your wardrobe. You're going to start needing new clothes every 2 to 3 weeks, which is absolutely phenomenal. You likely will get that money from your food costs, because your food cost typically goes down when you follow our personalized programs at thedolcediet.com. There's no dicking around with us. We know exactly what we're doing. Now, you will be shocked at how much food you actually get to eat per day. Most people are amazed at how much food they eat all day, that they're never hungry, yet the weight literally drips off their body, and their body completely recompositions, and they look absolutely amazing, and they feel absolutely great. So, Paul, F you, that is my strongest suggestion to you. Go to thedolcediet.com, start our personalized program created by myself and our team of registered dietitians and exercise physiologists. Get started right there. That is your treasure map. That is your GPS to follow, but only do so under your doctor's supervision. That's the most important part. Make sure you're medically cleared to do so, my friend. And I am always here to coach you through and to help you in the process. James, Anyone in Roseville, California, I need a heavyweight sparring partner. James, that's a good question. If anyone is out there, let James know. Roseville, there's some good areas in Roseville. Northern California and Southern Oregon. That's a tough area. Lots of good badasses up there. Brittany Dyer, my training partner, is also my fiance. He makes me change all the weights for both of us just to get the extra gains. That is a smart man who obviously loves you, Brittany. I'm very happy to hear that you guys are training together. You're eating together. You're doing all the healthy things that you should be doing together. So very proud of you. Keep me posted if I can help. Ben Jordan, hey, Dolce, thoughts on intermittent fasting like 16-8 daily? I'm not a huge fan of the far extreme exclusionary restrictive fad diet programs to which the common pop culture definition of intermittent fasting has fallen into that. Now, fasting is good and we all fast. We fast when we sleep, typically 8 hours. If we have our dinner 3 hours or so before bed, 4 hours would be even better. That means if you have dinner at 8 p.m. and you go to bed at midnight, right? That's 4 hours of fasting prior to an 8-hour sleep. You just fasted for 12 hours. Our typical feeding window is anywhere between 10 and 11 hours on average for those members of our community. We're talking about millions of people who follow the Dolce diet programs and principles. Millions of people have had dramatic success eating approximately 11 hours per day and, quote, fasting approximately 13 hours per day. On average, that's the way it works out. But we don't call it fasting. We just call it living a normal life, going to bed at a proper time, waking up and getting your day going. It's just normal life. So we don't try and wrap it into some marketing box like most of these internet marketers who call themselves fitness professionals do. I hope that helps. Tyler, I hope to get a reply from you on Facebook Messenger soon, as I am excited to talk to you about beginning my path to becoming a fitness coach. Is it possible that me drinking too much coffee is preventing me from putting on weight, as I have read that it increases your metabolism? Tyler, it's possible. And I will check my Facebook Messenger. I didn't see any messages from you, my friend, but I will take a look. I get quite a few. Could coffee be inhibiting you from gaining weight? Sure, it's possible. It's not highly probable, though, that it's a major issue in not gaining weight. What I would look to do if I was you, Tyler, is me personally, I would just look to add extra maybe 300 calories per day to my total meal intake. And I don't know how much coffee you're drinking. I mean, maybe you're drinking a gallon of coffee a day, or a gallon of espresso if you're even alive. It would be pretty insane. It's possible. So I would look to reduce your total coffee intake, and I would slowly and methodically increase my total caloric consumption. And I would spread that over the 3 macros: proteins, fats, and carbs. Very simply, nothing crazy, from whole food sources. Now, that means you can add just a little bit to each meal you're currently eating, or you can stick one more meal or smoothie into your current program. Zach C. What's up, Zach C.? With the $5 super chat donation. Boom. Mic dropped, Zach C. Make it rain up in here. I appreciate that though. I appreciate these donations. Thank you so much. The donation to the channel. You're awesome, Zach C. I train full body 4 days a week in my garage gym in a tiger print Speedo. Best way to get motivated is my playlist that alternates between death metal and Elton John. Zach, I disagree. The best way for you to get motivated is to set up a full-length mirror and stare at yourself in this leopard print Speedo. That's all you need to do, is just look at that exquisite, aesthetic, picturesque version of a human staring back at you. How can that image not motivate you to completely pull away from the rest of humanity with regards to your overwhelming good looks? I mean, think about this. I can barely even finish this show in the mental picture that I have of you standing there in the leopard print Speedo in your gym wearing Converse. For some reason, you're wearing Converse and sunglasses in your garage gym. I don't know why, but that's the image that I have, with chalk all over the place, yet you have baby oil on, which is another. I mean, this is an incredible image that we have here. And I know the whole channel right now is like, oh my God, this is amazing. The whole channel is motivated. They're probably doing push-ups and bodyweight squats just thinking about you, Zach C., standing in your gym in cons in your leopard print Speedo, like really like too small, like 2 sizes too small Speedo. Because it's one thing to wear a Speedo that fits. It's a whole nother thing to wear a Speedo that doesn't fit, if you know what I'm saying. That's what people want to see. That's what I expect of you, Zach C. But with all honesty, you got the death metal and the Elton John. I love it, man. I am more of like an old school classic type of guy. I'm kind of like old school, like 90s rap. 90s East Coast rap is more my thing, and some metal, like Metallica certainly goes well. Death metal's a little too outside of my range, but Metallica, that's on the ever playlist in my gym. Zach C says, "Oh yeah, F BJ." That is Zach C, my man. I appreciate that support, by the way. Jet Set Fitness says, "Thumbs up, support the brand, best in the biz, consistently adding the most value." Bang, bang, bang. Guys and gals, I appreciate the thumbs up. It's just a quick little click. I appreciate that. That lets me know you're there. It lets me know you care. And hopefully it lets the YouTube algorithm know that you are engaged with this channel. So anything you can do to support this channel, leaving a comment below the video after it posts, just a simple FU Dolce will suffice. That hopefully helps YouTube understand that we have engaging content that you guys appreciate, so they can start to recommend our channel at a higher rate. God knows why. There's these shit channels out there that do get recommended into my feed all the time. The content is shit. The producers are shit. And they get like 30,000 views in the first week, which makes no sense. The content isn't nearly what our evidence-based, actionable, honest content is. I don't know any other channel that has as much honest, relevant content that ours does, nor do I know any that puts out as much usable information for free as we do, while answering your questions every single video. If nothing else, I would hope that is just my little token of consideration for you to just help support the channel a little bit more. But I appreciate you being here. Even if you're just here lurking, that's fine. Stay here, because hopefully I can add some value to your day in life. Chopper Wells, fortunate to have a strength gym filled with professional fighters and high-level high school, college athletes right over in Freehold. 2.5 weeks into the 4-week program, down from 173 to 166. Bang! Chopper Wells absolutely crushing it. 7 pounds down in just over 2 weeks on the Dolce diet program, which is awesome. I'm starting at 9% body fat and already eating well. 3 weeks to shredded is the way to go. Chopper Wells, what gym do you train at, my friend? Where you at over there? I might give a little pop in. Amy Lawson, F-U Dolce. Amy, F-U. Flu still kicking my butt. But not my spirit. Hell yeah, Amy. Finally at the tail end of it. Just wonder if you had heard of tried the Iron Master dumbbells, and if you rate a petite lady home gym. I've never heard of the Iron Master dumbbells, though I will check it out. If you could leave a link in the comment, don't leave a link in the this chat, Amy, because I'll lose it. But in the comment after this video posts, I'd love to see that. It might be something I'll get from my own gym if it's cool. And if you rate for a petite ladies home gym, I don't know what that means, Amy. There could be a little typo, or I could just be a little dense. So if you want to rephrase that last little part, I might, maybe I'm just being dense here, and let me know. I'm happy to answer for you, of course. But I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better, Amy. Good for you. Way to battle back. Zach C, where do you get your coffee? I like Starbucks, but hate funding a company that is a bunch of liberal, vegan, cop-hating, global warming believing feminist atheists. Yikes. Tell us how you really feel. Zach C, what you need to do is you need to walk into Starbucks in your gym outfit. Converse, leopard skin Speedo that's way too tight, and sunglasses. That's when you need to order your coffee in Starbucks like that. They'll probably love you, right? You look so damn progressive. They'll absolutely love you. I get my coffee almost primarily from local. I really do support local shops, local mom and pop shops. I don't go to the chains. I don't go to, I'll drive an extra 20 minutes past a Starbucks to go to a mom and pop shop. Even when I travel, I will go out of my way. I'll take an Uber out of my way to support a mom and pop shop when I travel, because it's so much better. The beans are so much better. When I drink coffee for the experience of it. right? I don't drink it just to get the caffeine. I mean, I can do that with hotel coffee, no problem. If that's all it's about. I'm not a fan of Starbucks by and large because it tastes like garbage for those coffee aficionados out of there. And I don't really get into the whole politics. I don't pay attention to. I don't have TV or any of that other stuff. So I'm very much unplugged to what's going on in the world in that way, because it doesn't really matter to me in my life. But I'm a local mom and pop shop guy. I don't go to Home Depot. I go to the local, hardware store right in town. I try and keep all of my shopping. I keep into the small mom and pop shops, even though I pay more money typically for that because I'm supporting local businesses. Same thing with the coffee. So wherever I go, I'm always trying to find what the local mom and pop shop is, Zach. Any advice on how to get denser muscles, both visibly and physically? My muscles aesthetically are decently developed and vascular, but they don't have that granite I'm looking for. JS, that means you're not training with the proper intensity, which means the proper percentage of your 1RM, which means you should be training at 80-90% of 1RM for sets of 3 to 6. You should be training fucking ball busting. You want to get that granity look, that never go away type of musculature. That's what you need to be doing. You need to be training. Look at a fucking carpenter. Look at a brick layer. Look at a mason. Look at hard-working individuals. You can just see how dense their bodies are. Look at farmers. You can see how dense their forearms, their traps, their shoulders, their back are. You can see that. So for all those lifters out there, you need to take a page out of the hardest training athletes. You look at a guy like Dorian Yates, 6 times Mr. Olympia Dorian Yates. He added a level of granite, dense musculature that a lot of the other athletes who had better aesthetics than Dorian, they didn't have. And I'm just kind of reaching back to it, an athlete like a Dorian Yates, which most people know who Dorian is. You look at that physique came from deadlifts. It came from bent over rows. It came from heavy, hard, multi-joint movements between 4 and 8 repetitions, primarily is what Yates trained with. You should have a training partner to protect you and keep you safe during a lot of these exercises. But JS, you should only be focused on multi-joint compound movements, sets of 4 to 8 repetitions, really falling in that 5 to 6 range. And it should be between 80 to 90% of your 1RM. And I call this with a technical maximum. What does that mean? That means you should be training technically only to technical failure, not to total muscular failure. I'm always here to help you. And I've done quite a few videos on this. So go back and look at my video on how to build muscle. If you just look through my video category, going back maybe within the last year, you'll see quite a few different videos on this exact topic. Zach C says, my mirror covers half the wall in my 2-car garage. Well, half the wall is only half that body, my friend. You need to see it all to fully, you should be visually bathed in all of that uniqueness that stares back at you. And don't forget the baby oil, my friend. That also goes a long way. Alan Crawford, what's up, Alan? F you, Dolce. What's up, Coach? Sending you some Oklahoma love. Boom. Alan, F you, my friend. So happy that you are here. Jet Set Fitness. I'm a 46-year-old male that weighs 244 pounds, 20% body fat, muscle mass is 181. I train 5 to 6 days a week and would consider myself intermediate. My training split varies from advanced German volume training that I've been running for the past 6 weeks to some programming blocks of 8 to 10 weeks being CrossFit inspired. My calories are about 21, 22 daily. I believe that this is a deficit, but the pounds are just not dropping like I would expect. Is this because of my age? My blood work is good and nothing wildly. Wow. Talk about asking Uncle Mike to do all your homework for you. Are you at least going to put my name on the top of the test when you get all the credit for the gains that you're making? So you are and I'm just going to run through this. You are a 244-pound individual. You're probably spending another 500 to 600 calories per day in exercise and maybe another 300 to 400 calories a day. So right around 3,000 total calories per day is where you should be. But you're only taking in 21, 22. You are eating way too few calories, in my opinion. You need to bump those calories up. You're only taking in 150 grams of carbs per day, which is likely too low for the amount of exercise that you're putting in. You're probably not hitting PRs on the major lifts that you should be. When you are losing weight, everybody listen. Everybody listen to me. Stop what you're doing. Tell your boss to shut up. Pay attention. I mean, if you're driving, of course, then fucking pay attention to driving. Forget about me. Listen later. But listen to me. When you're losing weight, your number one job is to build muscle. Did you hear that? When when you are losing weight, your number one job is to build muscle. Build muscle, motherfuckers. That's what your job is. When losing weight, my job is to build muscle. Therefore, I am only losing fat. I am only losing body fat. I will fight. I will tooth. I will scrape and climb and bite just to save 1 gram of lean muscle tissue and not lose it, just to build 1 ounce of lean muscle tissue above what I had when I started. It is my job, and this is our overall governing premise here at the Dolce Diet and Fitness. When we work with any client for weight loss, our number one focus is to gain lean muscle tissue, because gaining lean muscle tissue will preserve your lean muscle tissue, allowing the full weight reduction to come from body fat. I don't care what you weigh. I care what your body composition is. And Jet Set, you are likely breaking down lean muscle tissue. You are likely recompositioning yourself. No, and I'm not mad at you. I'm teaching you. I'm helping you here. And I have the same exact conversation with so many elite athletes that they're like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And they show me very similar programs and sophisticated programs. And I look at them and say, you're fucking breaking down muscle tissue, motherfucker. You worked the last 20 years to put on all this muscle tissue that you're breaking down because you're trying to, quote, get lighter. I don't care about you getting lighter. I care about you getting leaner. Leaner. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's the goal here, right? That's the goal here, is to get leaner. So Jet Set, what I'm doing, if I'm you, I am bumping up my calories and I am fucking hitting PRs in the gym. I am selecting 2 primary movements for the 5 basic human components of activity: the press, the pull, the hinge, the squat, and the rotation. I'm picking 2 primary movements of each of those, and I am setting a benchmark number, and then I am hitting a fucking PR on that number. And I'm going to run 6-week waves like that, alternating every other day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm going to hit low intensity, steady state cardiovascular activity 5 days per week, walking 60 minutes. And I'm going to hit 1 to 2 days a week of high intensity interval training. Job done. I'm going to make sure I'm sleeping 9 fucking hours per night uninterrupted. That's it. And I'm going to make sure I have 0 stress in my life. I'm going to fuck off anything that stresses me out, and I'm going to handle it right out of the gate. That's what I'm doing if I were you. And I guarantee if I do that, my body dramatically changes. I get bigger and leaner and lighter and stronger and healthier and more energized and way happier all at the same time. Jet Set, that's what you need to do. Now, you can send a donation right now through the super chat for the 1,500 hours of free information that I just gave you. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to. No obligation to do so, but you're welcome. Chopper Wells, Bulldog strength and conditioning, about 2.5 miles from Freehold Mall. Modified West Side style. Come through, brother. I am actually saving that chopper. That sounds like a great way for me to pop on in. Sunday's my squat day. Like Sunday, I love fucking training. I have my hardest training session on a Sunday because I know nobody else is doing it. Everybody else is running around at barbecues, getting fucked up, laying on the beach, doing their family thing. That's cool. Uncle Mike's in the fucking gym trying to puke his face off. That's what I'm fucking doing on my Sundays. So I might check it out on Sunday. Carlos, F.U. Dolce, bro, what is the difference between the 3 weeks of shredded program on the Dolce Diet site and the men's Dolce Diet Gold package in the shop? I want to buy which one, though. So the online version of 3 weeks of shredded and living lean at the DolceDiet.com. Jet Set Fitness with the $20 super chat donation. I kid. You didn't have to donate, but you are a class act motherfucker. You are a cool ass motherfucker. I appreciate that. That $20 does not go unnoticed, and it shows the integrity and the quality that you have. And hopefully it adds it's just a little tip of the hat to what I think is probably the most valuable information that you've ever heard with regards to your training. Jet Set, I guarantee you, if you take the advice that I just gave you, and please play back this video 2 or 3 times with a notepad, write this shit down, I guarantee your body will dramatically and rapidly change. The first rule when losing weight is build muscle, motherfuckers. The first rule, that right there is worth the cost of admission. The first rule when losing weight is build muscle, motherfuckers. You keep that in your mind and you fucking get after it. You get after it. Don't be one of these fucking pansies like, oh, I'm losing weight now, so I'm just going to do cardio and I'm going to do cables and machines. Fuck you, motherfucker. You're going to get skinny fat like that. You're going to lose all your gains. You need to get fucking aggressive when you're starting to lose weight. When you're trying to lean out, you got to fucking hit goals. You got to set PRs. That's what it is. Jet said, I am here for you, my brother or sister. I'm assuming you're a dude, but hey, you are a guy because what you said earlier, I will not assume gender at this phase of the world. But anyway, I'm proud of you. And Jeff said, thank you so much. It was unnecessary, of course. It was unnecessary, but it was well appreciated. Carlos, F you, Dolce, bro. What is the difference? Okay, 3 weeks of I'm sorry, Carlos, back to you. So the DolceDiet.com's online personalized program is completely personalized. What we did, we took the intellectual property of Living Lean, of 3 weeks of Shredded, the most successful healthy weight loss programs ever devised, as proven by the world's greatest athletes for over 20 years with a 100% success ratio. Not just the world's greatest athletes, but Hollywood celebrities, silver screen celebrities that you see in the movies right now, you see on your TV right now, are following these very same programs, okay? These same programs are accessible to you at thedolcediet.com in the 4-week or the 12-week online membership program on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop. Wherever you go, you have access to it. It is awesome, and it is completely personalized because science has caught up to to the intellectual property and our ability to allow it to be completely personalized for you. The gold package is awesome. The gold package is a copy of Living Lean, a copy of 3 weeks of Shredded, and I think the platinum package has Living Lean cookbook, plus you get a t-shirt. That shit's all awesome too. That's great too. But with that stuff, you have to do a little bit of your own calculations to personalize the program for you. When you follow the DolceDiet.com's online personalized 4 or 12-week program, every meal, every ingredient, every recipe, every single day is populated for you. You don't have to think about anything. You just do what it tells you today. Your entire training program is built for you, specifically for you, based upon your background, your training history, what your health factors are, and your future looking goals. You just go to the gym. I don't have it. I'll pull it up on my phone. So next time I do one of these super chats, I'll just start a new program for me and I'll show you exercise. Boom, right there. What's a Jefferson squat? Boom. I'm supposed to do that today. You click it. There's a quick, like a 7 to 30-second video, depending on the exercise technique. Oh, that's what it is. Perfect. And I go and do the exercise right there in the gym. This is like your best training partner. It's with you at the gym. Your meals are there. Everything's there. That's the difference. So I say it's 2D to 4D. Where the books are 2D, the online program is 4D, and it's all there for you. And whatever you need, I'm always happy to answer any further questions. And then when you're on the online program, I'm always here to answer your questions, like many of the people who come through. And I'm happy to do that with you guys. Amy, they're quick lock adjustable dumbbells made of iron and steel. One first set goes from, I think, 10 to 75. Wow. Last sentence was about whether you thought they were suitable for a petite lady to use in the home gym. Amy, okay, so I understand these. It sounds like they're perfect. As long as it's a good price point, it sounds like they're great. If you have a set of dumbbells that they can go from 10 pounds to 70 pounds or 75 pounds with a little, twist of the end of the ring, and it's cost efficient for you, slam dunk. As long as they're they're high quality. Of course, some of those dumbbells, they look great, but they're a little kind of crappy, right? They ting, 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 and they're offset, and you're scared the weight's going to fall off on your face. As long as they are safe to use and of a good quality, it sounds perfect. That's very common. I know of a few different apparatus like that out there in the world. They work extremely well. Hopefully, these ones work well for you. Michael, any advice for someone who wants to gain muscle while training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu consistently? Like how to develop a good training routine while doing BJJ. I work with people like this all the time. You get your BJJ schedule set. If you're training Jiu-Jitsu religiously, if you really want to get better, you have to be training a bare minimum is 3 days a week. Ideally, you need to be training 4 to 5 times per week if you really want to get good at jiu-jitsu. That's the truth of it, right? You have to. Now, if you're just a hobbyist and you're having fun and you like to roll and it's good exercise, you're great twice a week. That's awesome. 3 days a week is like, all right, now you're getting pretty consistent because you need that time on the mat. You need the repetitions. You need to get stuck in shitty positions a few hundred to few thousand times in order to really start to figure this stuff out. Like 4 to 5 days a week. So let's say you're training jits 4 days a week. What I would suggest is you do jits Monday, Tuesday, strength on Wednesday, jits Thursday, Friday, strength on Saturday, and on Sunday you do some form of active recovery. Hot tub, sauna, stretching, massage, flag football with your friends, go for a bike ride with your kids, go for a hike with your significant other. That's the way I would run a system with you, and you will be able to see very clear progressions in all of your performance attributes. And I would track the performance attributes, and I would be hitting PRs, and I would be very, very specified with what I'm doing on those training days. That would work extremely well. Jet said again, once again, you got it. I'm so happy. And I'm so excited. Jet said, please don't disappear. Don't go making all these fucking gains. And all of a sudden you get this gender attention. And now everybody just wants to do you. And don't just forget about us over here at the Mike Dolce show. Cause I want to check it. I want you to come back at least a week from now, 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. Every week I want you to come back and tell us all how amazing your training is going, how strong and yoked you are, and how lean you're getting finally, how much energy you have. I want to hear that. So don't disappear on me. Chopper Wells, let's get it going on a Sunday and cash the fuck out. Chopper, we might do that, my friend. I will keep you posted. Christina, F you, Dolce. F you, Christina. I lost 8 kilograms and I'm ready for the second round of 3 weeks to shredded. 8 kilograms down, Christina was on 3 weeks to shredded. 8 kilograms is 16, about 17, 18 pounds in 21 days on the 3 weeks to shredded. Right. So Christina went through 3 weeks to shredded the first time. She lost 8 kgs, which is almost 18 pounds, approximately 18 pounds. Could you imagine losing 18 pounds in the next 21 days? Or better yet, what if you started 3 weeks ago? You'd be down 18 pounds right now, just like Christina is. And Christina is about to start round 2. Christina, I am so proud of you, young lady. I am so happy for you. Please keep me posted. Anyone who's gone through 3 weeks of shredded or living lean, anyone who's gone through our products or programs or anything, and you've had some goals, you've made some gains, shoot me a DM on Instagram and let me know. You should all be, following us on Instagram. And I will follow you back, of course, at the Dolce Diet on Insta. But shoot me a DM, send me a quick note. Tell me how it's going. I want to hear this. I want to live vicariously through you. But proud of you, Christina. Alan, if you ever stop through Tulsa, Oklahoma, come hang with us at G's Gym. Oh, hell yeah, man. The Hurricane, baby. Hurricane. Absolutely. I'm actually going to be sending you guys out. I haven't told Gerald yet, a bunch of books. So you're going to get those soon, Alan. Great to see you, my friend. David Lee, believe it or not, power ballads help way more than straight up metal tracks. Julio Iglesias helped me lift 250 with the leg press. Right on, man. Whatever floats your boat. Zach C says, Jet Set Fitness, please add a FBJ to all of your super chats. Zach C is down, baby. He's down for the channel. Zach C, much respect, my friend. Jesse Lee with the $5 super chat donation. Much respect to you, Jesse Lee, and thank you. How would you schedule a fight camp that is for late November, getting that 170 strap? I'm 165, then heading down to 155 for that strap, then pro. Damn. So you're 165 right now. You're going to be fighting at 170, right? You're perfect. Your weight is perfect. You can eat. Now, I want you to be lean. I don't want you to be fat. I want you to be a lean, mean fighting machine, but we're not worried about weight, because even if you're weighing 170, at 170, you can make 155, no problem. I'm probably, if I'm your coach, I'm trying to add a little lean muscle tissue. That's what we're doing in Mirsad Bektik right now. Mirsad walks around about 168. We're going to add about 4 pounds of lean muscle tissue to him and make him an absolute monster at 145 pounds. So even a big guy like Mirsad, who walks around about 20 pounds above the weight class, we're still going to add lean muscle tissue, lean, clean, healthy muscle tissue to him. That's what I'm going to try. That's what I would suggest you do, Jesse Lee. Now, in doing that, again, you have to look at the totality of your training. And Jesse donated to the super chat here, so I'm going to go a little deeper into his question. You donated into the super chat, which is awesome. Thank you. Unnecessary answer everyone's question, but I will go deeper with you, Jesse. With this, you're walking at 165. Number one is your rest and recuperation. You got to be recovering. Most athletes, they start training so hard, and you got to pull them out of the gym a little bit. I gotta get a guarantee from you that you're going to be sleeping a minimum of 8 hours per night, and you're going to be laying down for at least 20 to 40 minutes in the middle of the day, whether you nap or not, and just completely going blank, getting your zen, breathing, meditating, visualizing, counting backwards from 300 is just a great way to do it. So you just fall into this like la la land stupor. Just reset your CNS. Okay. Please do that for me. I want to make sure you're optimally hydrated, which means you should probably be drinking a gallon to a gallon and a half of purified water per day every day. And you should be following a diet that is rich in healthful, wholesome, whole foods. Something like our Living Lean nutrition plan at thedolcediet.com would be very effective for you in this type of training because you're not restricted. You don't need a 3 weeks to shredded program. To get to 55, then you want to think about a 3 weeks to shredded. I want you, if you're my athlete, Jesse Lee, I'm going to try and put on some lean muscle tissue. You got all September, all October, and most of November. I'm going to try and put on, if you're drug-free, 2 to 4 pounds, depending on your age, of lean muscle tissue. That's the goal. And turn you into a fucking savage. Your body weight might not change because you'll put on lean muscle tissue and you probably get leaner going through training camp. That's what I'm doing. That's what I would do with an athlete like you. I would make sure that your skills training gets utmost priority, but I'm not going to waste my time and waste my gains in the gym. I'm going to get into the gym. I'm going to warm up. I'm going to train my ass off. I'm going to warm down. I'm going to get the fuck out of there. Do not hang out in your gym. Do not socialize in your gym. When you go to gym, you are at your fucking gym to work. Get in and get the fuck out. Go socialize with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your mom or your dad or your kids or whatever the hell else it is. Go sit on the fucking beach and drink a coffee all by yourself. Beautiful. Do not do that shit in the gym. It will ruin your gains. It will ruin your fucking gains. Get in and get out. You shouldn't be, in my opinion, you shouldn't be in the gym more than an hour and 15 minutes, start to finish. Walking in the door to walking out the door. Your training should be so concise that you get in, you get it fucking done, you go home, you eat, you recover, and you get back in one more time that day. You're probably going to be doing 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're probably going to be training 10 times, 10 sessions per week would be about the average for someone at your level. Twice on Monday, Tuesday, once on Wednesday, twice on Thursday, Friday, once on Saturday. That should be a pretty typical training system for you. And I'm probably hitting my S&C, let's say on Wednesday and Saturday, just like I said earlier, to the Jits guy. But except your training is going to be a little more broken up between all the varied arts that you have to mix in there. Jesse, that's my overwhelming suggestion to someone like you. Of course, I'm here to help offer more context as you get going. Amy Lawson, hell yes, build muscle first. I have every intention of being the strongest mama picking her kids up from school. F you, Dolce. Amy, I absolutely love that. I love that. Be the strongest mama you can possibly be and be an aspirational figure to your kids so they can be like, that is my fucking mom right there. She is badass. Badass super mom. Good for you, Amy. Proud of you. Werber, hey, Mike, I'm 188 and need to lose 10 pounds. Would 18 calories be too low? Fuck yeah, that'd be too low. That'd be way too low. You probably would be better off somewhere between 22 and 2,500 total calories, not knowing you specifically. I mean, you're walking around at 188, let's say 190, so you need at least 1,900 calories just to be alive. And then if you're training effectively, you're probably going to be pushing up to like almost 3,000 total calories per day, where you'll probably be hitting a deficit somewhere around 2,500. I hope that helps. Chopper Wells, the DDC certified coach, Frank motherfucking Wells, by the way. Oh, Frank, what the fuck, man? I didn't realize that was you. Got to change my YouTube. Remember what we spoke about at the DDC, Frank? Every fucking part of your business should be you. It should be like Frank Wells Fitness or Frank Wells Fighter or Frank fucking Wells or whatever it is, or maybe just Frank Wells, whatever it is. I need you to unify that, systematize that. So everywhere you go, we know exactly who the fuck you are, man. Do not get lost in the sauce, my brother. Remember best practices in running your business and branding yourself. And guys and gals, this is part of what we talk about through our certification and nutrition conferences. Frank Wells is a high level fighter. High-level fighter out there. He's making a name for himself, and he is well-known inside the professional ranks. He's absolutely crushing it. But we spoke about best practices as we do inside the Dolce Diet Certification and Nutrition Conference. Frank is a duly certified Dolce Diet nutrition coach, which is absolutely amazing, while making his run to become a professional fighter. Super cool. And he's a badass dude. So, Frankie, good to see you, my brother. I didn't realize that was you, man. Calvin, day 2 of 3 weeks of shredded. I lift at 9 p.m. Do I change or move any of the meals around? So I would have dinner after I came home from lifting. You want that usable nutrition. That's the one thing I would do. I throw the snack before training, and then I would throw the dinner afterwards. Mike, Jay Perez, I got over 20,000 steps a day at almost every day. What would be the best exercise routine to maintain or build muscle? Go back and listen to my car talk on the single best exercise to build muscle. Listen, watch that video, watch that 10-minute video, and then get back to me. That starts there. Curtis, any new UFC for workouts coming? Well, we are coming out with a similar type of program to what I did with UFC Fit. It won't be under the UFC Fit banner. It will be under my own banner, but it will be a very similar full body style training that you can perform in your own home. A multi-week program with the meal plan associated with it. You will hear about that more very soon. That'll be ready for the beginning of the year, though. So we got a little bit of time away from that. The next, is it 2? Well, the next thing that we have coming out is a squats and steak program. How to gain 20 pounds of muscle and add 200 pounds to your back squat in 12 weeks. That will be coming out very soon. You will hear about that. That will be a pre-sale, and we will go through the pre-sale. We will sell out in the pre-sale, and once we sell out in the pre-sale, we won't sell them. That's going to be super cool. So get ready for the pre-sale. That'll be coming soon. Jay Perez, at work. Okay. Mike and Mr. Rich. Hey, coach, what's the best way to do bench press without a spotter with dumbbells? Do it with dumbbells or do it inside a power rack where you have the pin set so you can't fucking choke yourself. For real. Don't mess around. Safe training is the only training. I've said that a million times. Safe training is the only training we should ever perform. That's it. Dumbbells that you can bench safely or inside a power rack with the pin set, with the spotting pin set. That's it. Do not free bench press by yourself ever. There's no need to do that. There's no fucking need to do that. There's no need to do that. There's no need to do that. You never know. Dude, I've seen fucking people. I've seen 500 plus pound benchers get on a fucking bench press all by themselves with 225 and fucking wind up tearing their fucking delt, or they blow out a tricep, or they tear their fucking pec with a warm up. For whatever fucking reason, I've seen it happen. You've heard of it happen, and it's all over fucking YouTube and Instagram. You've seen it happen. They didn't have a spotter. They didn't have the fucking safety pin set up. And what happens? The bar fucking comes down, cracks their sternum, or even falls on their fucking throat like a guillotine. It's not fucking worth it. Bench press is one of the most dangerous exercises to perform. Barbell bench presses. I would avoid that shit. Truly. Jesse Lee, I 100% guarantee you that I get 8 hours a night and only eat living lean meals. Boom, Jesse Lee, you make me proud. I'm here for you, Jesse. Whatever you need, please keep me posted. Rude Master. Hey, Uncle Mike, how often do you focus on static stretching after a workout? I'll hit some static stretches, but not too much. I'm more of a dynamic stretcher at this phase. I feel a hell of a lot better with more dynamic work. I do a lot of dynamic stretching pre-workout and just a little bit of static post. Jay Perez, I was also going to ask you about that. A heavy slam ball, I have around 100 to 150 pound, be a good alternative to a barbell squat. I find heavy balls more enjoyable and fun. You find heavy balls more enjoyable, Jay Perez? Do you? Big old heavy balls? I do too. Actually, I have a 100 pound and a 150 pound 18-inch Kevlar XD Fit medicine balls here in my facility. We actually go from 14 pounds all the way up to 150 pounds. Ha! Not like that, man. Sure. I'm a man enough to say I don't mind fucking squeezing the big old set of fucking balls to my chest because that's what I do. I love that style of squatting with the 150 pounder. It's fucking insane. I call that hell day. And usually I used to do that. I used to do it every Sunday. I would call Hell Day, where it'd be me and the 150 pound ball. I do lots of fucking gable grip, fucking body weight squats. I do walking lunges. I do overhead presses. I do like a variant of the floor press with it. I do like a Russian twist with it. It was fucking brutal. I love that shit. I love the unconventional implements that we can use with training. All right, guys and gals, it's almost an hour here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys. Jesse Lee, Jet Set Fitness, Zach C., all for your super chat donations. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. It is not forgotten. It is definitely appreciated. Everyone else who is here, I thank you all for taking the time to hang out with us. If you have not subscribed to this channel so you get notified of when we actually do these lives, remember, I answer every single question, whether you super chat or not, doesn't matter to me. I'm here to offer actionable, evidence-based, honest information to improve your life every time I come on. Go back and check out our new series called Car Talk. We're up to episode 8 right now. These are quick hits of a single topic where I just rattle through best practice on how you can actually help move forward. And then bang, bang, bang. Give this video a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. It helps with the YouTube algorithm, allegedly, and it lets me know that you're out there. So thank you so much. Until next time, boom.